Oh, everybody, we are back in our Palamas. We are at the crime scene. Let's check it out. Well, it wasn't hard to find the room of the murder. God, this looks even worse than we found at Treasury Park. I don't think so, actually. Because there's no body there, so kind of better. We already uploaded the holograms to Aquas. I did. You just need to activate it. Let's find out what's behind this mess. Alright, here we go. Let's investigate. Must activate Aquas before starting to investigate. How do I activate Aquas? Oh, now it looks fine. Hold on, there were 2 dead bodies. And why does only one of them seem to follow Pandora's modus operandi? I don't know, but we're going to find out. Let's investigate the Prometheus thing here. This message here says, Prometheus, Iapati, Filius, Primus, Hominus, Ex, Luthor, Finxit. Prometheus, son of Lapidus, who first fashioned man from Mulay. Why did Pandora leave such a specific message? The myth of Prometheus. Prometheus, son of Lapidus and Clamane, is the main character, one of the most famous myths of ancient Greece, and he represents mankind in progress. Disobeying Zeus's orders, Prometheus stole divine fire, symbol of knowledge, and restored it to humanity. Enraged and furious, Zeus ordered Hephaestus to create Pandora, a beautiful woman, to send as a gift to Epimetheus, one of Prometheus' brothers. Epimetheus refused the gift, unleashing the wrath of the god. Prometheus was chained to a rock on a huge mountain, forced to be tortured by an eagle, symbol of Zeus, which would devour his liver during the day and wait for it to regenerate during the night. Epimetheus married Pandora, and she opened a jar from which were released mischief and sorrow, plague and diseases. Window. A view of the city, still unaware that something this bad happened in this room. It's the only entrance to the room. Access is allowed with a special card, and the door beeps whenever it opens or closes to alert the guests. Bloodstains. A single hole in the closet, the bullet probably went through the victim's skull, killing him instantly. The victim's hands and ankles have been carved with these to prevent his escape. Feathers? An eagle, or another bird of prey. As if the myth he wanted to recreate was not evident enough. The victim's liver has been stabbed several times with a sharp object, probably a knife. I guess this was the cause of death. The victim looks old, his eyes have not been removed and his mouth has not been sewn up. Maybe he didn't have time. I'm sending you the data the police gave us. Obtain Cornelius Harbour show. Cornelius Harbour. Wisdom usually comes with loneliness. 60 years old. Cornelius is kind and optimistic, constantly showing a loving and fatherly attitude toward anyone. His parents were German immigrants and arrived in Nova Palamas at the time of its foundation. Cornelius is a man of great intelligence, which allowed him to revolutionize the world of technology again and again. Considered both a philanthropist and a genius, Harbour is one of the senior managers of Hephaestus Tech, a role he was assigned to after the huge success of his most famous creation, Aqua OS. So he's the creator of that. device that we're using that shows holograms, makes us calls and stuff. What is this? She's soaked in the victim's blood. They're not in the original position. The police nearby move them around. This. The police reported the victim has been given a large quantity of this drug. Label reads Morpheus, a medication produced by Hephaestus and used to sedate patients during surgeries. Time to this body. A large caliber gun. Probably the victim was expecting someone to come after him. Hera, what can you tell me about it? According to the police, the gun went off 3 times. One of the bullets killed this man. You mean the killer used the same gun? And are you sure it was fired 3 times? And see other bullet holes in the room? I have no idea, but the data reports have found gunshots, residue on the victim's hand. Show me the gun. Large caliber gun held by the Sanctum victim. It's covered in the unidentified man's fingerprints. 3 rounds are missing from the weapon. You tell me only 1 bullet hole. The second victim. Looks like he had a quick death. A single bullet, right through his head. What do the police know about him? Hold on, I'll check. What? No information? Are you kidding? You don't know who this man is? Nice as it sounds. No, you don't. I never expected something like that to happen in Nova Polemos. Second victim. The victim was killed by a single headshot. No one managed to discover his identity yet. Something unlikely given the security level of the city. Killed always dies young. I agree, that is very weird. Because normally this is like a surveillance state, they know everything. But since they are the only corporation that has secret information, that might be an outsider. Or some secret project they kept hidden. Subject maybe. I don't know yet. And now a big pharmaceutical executive and a stranger both killed in a luxury hotel room. This case is even crazier than Alicia's. And I'm not surprised when it comes to deal with Pandora. Before making an argument, I need more information. I must go back to the police station and find out more on the victims and their identities. Hey, now that things settle down, I should be able to join you. Ever. Good to stay home. I think it's best for you to stay home. I need your assistance from there. Don't you dare, Mordred. I told you 1,000 times, not a child, and I can look after myself. Cut it out. Our lives are in danger, don't you get it? The only thing I get is after what happened a few months ago, you're not the same anymore. Let me know as soon as you have some news. Ever. I'm not done investigating. Apparently I am. Apparently I am. Fuck me, eh? Now time to go to the police station. Over 85% of the population doesn't know a single article in the Constitution that was drafted at the foundation of Nova Polemos. Damn, that's a real lot. Oh, Mordred. So what can you tell me about this crime scene? Do you think it's all Pandora's doing again? Someone claiming to be him? I'm not sure yet. How comes is it doubtful? The thing is, before making any argument, I need to talk to you. Okay, fine. As long as it concerns the case. People can tell you anything about what happened in Talon Square, I'm sorry. Wait, this isn't worse than I expected. Policeman workstations, blah blah blah. Still the same. Still the same things. Alright. Time to speak with her. Tell me about the second victim. What do you know about the man who was shot in the head? I wish I could tell you something, but the sad truth is that we don't know anything about him. Police of Nova Polaris not knowing someone's identity. Come on now. We suspect that he got to the crime scene to save the other victim, ended up being killed as well. Interesting. Why would it be? The second victim got it to save the scientist. Presumably the killer wasn't in the room when he arrived. Otherwise he wouldn't have been able to reach the other side of the room without being killed. First things first. We know the gun was fired 3 times. I wonder what happened with the other 2 shots. The killer could have removed the bullet casings from the scene, but could have never covered the holes they made. It would make sense if the victim fired in self-defense, since he had traces of gunpowder on his hands. But there's no trace of the killer's blood, and it's impossible that our victim didn't notice him approaching. Why is that? Like the reason why the victim would suddenly have noticed the killer approaching. The door. The door? Seriously? Yeah, exactly. There's only one way into the room, and that's through the door. It just happens to beep whenever someone opens it. I need to see your point. And keep listening. What are the chances of the killer opening the door, running to the victim, disarming him and shooting him with his own gun? Slim to none. Why wasn't this written in the report? Before formulating other hypotheses, I need to talk to the hotel manager and get more information about the room. I'll arrange a meeting with the owner as soon as you get there. Thanks for your help. Alright, I'll go back there as soon as I can. Now the first victim. First off, I'd like you to tell me about the dead man on the bed. His name is Cornelius Haber, and it's only thanks to him that we are able to use Aqua Horse. Really? He's the one who invented it? Yes. I feel his murder might be connected to the mentor you killed. Do you think he wanted to cover the mistakes made by his twin? That's possible. Maybe the victim discovered something about the true Pandora. And I feel like something's missing. Suggest you go straight to the company's headquarters or find one of Haber's assistants. I guess you have the names and the addresses. Sure. Dean and Eugene Smith, 2 brothers living together in District 3. Alright. Fine. Give me the precise location. I'll pay them a friendly visit. You keep a low profile. This is just an external collaboration, so we can protect you from any charges filed against you. Are you so biased against me? Fine. I'll try my best to not screw this up. Unfinished business. Back in Talon Square, you said you wanted to discuss something with me, didn't you? That's right, I need you to be honest with me. Is Pandora the only one responsible for Freya's death? Were you somehow involved too? Sure, tell her the truth. I guess at least you should know the truth. Just as I thought, you could have saved her, but you didn't. As if I had a bloody choice. He would have killed dozens of people if I had let him go. It's that what you keep telling yourself? And now we need to make efforts to stop the freak who did all of this. Suppose I asked you enough. Can you send me a file of the time and all details of the murder? No problem, I'm sending it right away. I'll find the time of death and people who got access to the room. That's great, thank you. Police report. Cornelius have a time of death, 00:45 am. Cause of death, multiple stab wounds to the liver. Unidentified victim time of death, 1 am. Cause of death, a single headshot. That is interesting. Maybe he was still captured in that room and Pandora played around with the victim, or he really came later. 15 minutes is a huge difference for a second murder. At the same time, this guy can pull off some shit. We know that much. I was that kind of confused, by the way. Did you recover from what happened in Talon Square? Don't worry, she's fine. Oh. You two have a fight? That's none of your business. No need to be so unpleasant. I agreed to help you, but you must keep your nose out of our business. Is that clear? I'd like to remind you that I am a police officer. Disrespect me again, and I'll make you regret it. Alright. Oh, we got some information. Now, gotta walk around. So this room, Festus HQ or Smith's house. I don't want to go first. Smith's house, right? Many believe that Pandora never really existed and was just a myth. What about the murders, you idiot? April 2026, Smith spotted involvement. This room already, just from the seconds I saw something, gives me the creeps. It almost looks like Pandora's hideout. At least what I would expect out of it. What the hell is this place? Mask? Statues, trinket? It really looks like the hideout of a serial killer. Welcome to my home. I guess you're the detective the police told me about. That's right. My name is Mordred Foley. I'm investigating the Cornelius Hubbard case. Nice to meet you. I'm Dean Smith. I'm assistant of Professor Hubbard. I suppose you already know that. Dean Smith. Dean Smith, June 4, 35. Giant, insecure. Dean hides his weaknesses behind a sunny and accommodating attitude, which makes him well liked both at work and in his social life. Since his birth, he has showed a great inclination toward computer science, a path he followed until graduating at the University of Nova Palamas. He was always held Cornelius Hubbard in high respect. Oh, he has always, okay. And after his recruitment in Herasto's tech, he gave everything to be assigned to Hubbard's team. Dean is widely considered Hubbard's heir, due to the high success of his game, Be a Good Citizen. Yeah. And if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some questions. And take a look around. Oh, sure. Am I on a list of suspects? Just answer my questions, please. How's your brother? It's been weeks since the last time he came home. He doesn't even answer my calls anymore. He's acting like the child he has always been. Gene Smith. What does he look like? He looks very familiar. Very, very familiar. Love is an invisible poison, and dreams grow in the gardens of sins. Eugene is aggressive and ill-tempered and never able to socialize with anyone. Due to his unrestrained ambition and personality, he is the complete opposite of his brother Dean. Since his childhood, Eugene has been very competitive, especially with his brother. His aptitude for computer science allowed him to graduate with full marks and honors, and to be recruited by Hephaestus Tech. Both his occupation and competitiveness are most likely the result of an inferiority complex towards Dean. I'm gonna say it right now. I have a feeling that Eugene Smith is the second Pandora. Maybe we killed the real one. And this one is an amateur, recruited by the original Pandora. They have similar facial features. The nose is literally the same. The face, the head. Could be the same person. But well, there's more to be figured out here. He's not been home for weeks. Got any idea where I might find him? I don't, honestly. My brother has always been good at disappearing. But you found me now, so please go ahead with your questions. Great, let's start. Gene Smith. Could you tell me something about your brother? Unlike me, Eugene is pragmatic and extremely serious about his job, which has always caused conflicts between us. The last time we've been happy together was 10 years ago when we learned the professor accepted us as students. And since then, we've been competing with each other while he managed the Caligula security systems. I created what would be the biggest revolution after Aqua OS. What are you referring to? Be a Good Citizen, the video game for Aqua OS, a developer assisting the professor in his work. Be a Good Citizen show. A free video game installed on all new Aqua OS models featuring weekly logic tests. Getting higher scores grants players some benefits and discounts on all list purchases. It is also possible to see the score of friends and other users. Everyone succeeding in the Patterson test can also increase the score by sharing selected and approved content about politics, industry, or technology. The score is influenced by the value of low citizens. The app advises against hanging around people with a low score. The game mascot Simmy has become a mass phenomenon and is featured as many other apps by Hephaestus Tech. Thanks to the positive and educational impact of my creation on the whole society, Mr. Haber recognized me as his successor. Eugene went mad and left home, whining about how his work had been eclipsed by my stupid game. But in the end I figured, his quarrels are just, well, these things happen. Can't blame him for acting that way. Must be hard to see entire career destroyed by a game. My game managed to determine the tastes and habits of the population, thus modeling their behavior. Hell yeah. Nice way to disguise a method of social and commercial indoctrination. You've done a great job. If you think you can be successful without manipulating people around you, you're a fool, detective. Relationship with the victim. What was your relationship with Mr. Haber? That man, he was like a father to me. He's always been motivating and giving me the strength to carry on. His death was the worst news I could have gotten. No mask, he did really care about him. Do you have any idea why Pandora chose him as the victim? No, not at all. Everyone loved him, especially Eugene, his girlfriend Talia, and me. His girlfriend? Yes, if you already talked to her, she's probably looking for Eugene too. No, I've not. Where can I find her? Locate Hephaestus Tech. What can you tell me about Hephaestus? I can tell you, it's not the smartest idea to give absolute monopoly on information and pharmaceutical technology to a single company. Such power could be very intoxicating, don't you think? Especially when information coming from other countries are first filtered by the government and Hephaestus itself. What do you mean? I mean, obviously, what could he mean? They literally manipulate the whole country. Hello, they have all the power. They are the... Like, there's a business with all the power that pretty much probably might even rule the whole country and the government. I mean, the world outside could be very different from what newspapers and the web make us believe. I see your point. Do you happen to know a man named William Payne? No, never heard of him. The company has more than 3,000 employees. I can know them all. Okay, fair enough. And what about the email systems of the company? No, I worked on security. Ask Eugene about this kind of stuff, assuming that you can find him. I'm gonna investigate now. What the hell is this? The blush has such an odd shape. It might have a hidden meaning. Creepy rabbits under the bed. Just what you expect from someone like Dean. The bed is a bunch of clothes and some masks, like those on the wall. The bed looks like the only ordinary thing in the room. Maybe the poster, but I agree. You like them, detective? Let me introduce you. Jackie and Polly. These dolls have a name. Yes. This is a little parrot, and that's a kitten. Impressive. Every time I read about a missing animal in our Palamos, I buy a new doll in memory of that poor soul. Remarkable. How do I keep stumbling into wheels like that? I mean... I don't know what to think of this person. At the same time, he gives me the baddest creeps. There's no mask. For some reason, he could be the second Pandora. But somehow, he just convinced me he could be that now instead of his brother. But at the same time, it's weird, but he seems to be very animal caring because he gets a new doll for every time he hears about a disappearing cat or like disappearing animal, a disappearing pet. Well, the good thing is there's not too many there, but still too much, if you'd ask me personally. But what window? The neon lights of the city through the window are creating some cool lighting effects. It looks like a kid's room, and this poster confirms it. The masks. Why would anyone hang 3 masks like these in a bedroom? Actually, I have 12 of them. I keep the rest under the bed. Sure, I've met pretty weird people, but he definitely gets the gold medal. Jar, full of small coins, all the same. Picture, probably portraying some important memories for the brothers. Strange photos in the apartment. Boss of Get it. Considering the rest of the room, this wig doesn't feel out of place. I mean, yeah. There's something more. The pose of an old animated series which was very popular around 40 years ago, back when the entertainment industry in Nova Palamos had no strict censorship policy. I guess saw everything. Oh. Thank you. I guess I've been at the house. There's the police station. There's the room. I guess I'm going to Hephaestus HQ. Thank you. And there's other people I have to talk to. Apparently. Lots of people to talk to this time around. be a good citizen. So this is the Hephaestus Tech headquarters. The main hall, at least. Let's have a look around. Already heard about this game as far as I know. It's very popular in Nova Palamas. It's ever-present advertisement for Ark Warehouse, the flagship product of Hephaestus Tech. I mean, we are using it like crazy, so yes. The floor is so polished, I can see my own reflection. I guess appearance is what matters the most here. Directions for different departments within the building. I probably won't be able to enter. Must be leading to some other departments. Doors sure thick. I bet they have something to hide. Of course! Self-advertisement almost everywhere. Pathetic. Good evening. I'm Detective Mordred Foley, and I'd like to have a word with one of the company managers about the murder of Cornelius Hubbard. Wait. Please wait at the entrance, and one of our representatives will see you as soon as possible. Waiting here? There's not even a chair. We'll remind you that if you leave the room, you will lose your priority. I'm here on behalf of the police. I won't waste my time like this. We invite you to be patient. Why don't you take a look at our products in the meantime? You will find an extensive catalog in. Enough, I got it. Just make it quick. Considering the way they treat their clients, I'm not surprised the glass at the reception is that thick. Hey, it's been 2 hours. How long are you going to keep me waiting? Hello? Stop it, Talia. I don't want to hear another word from you. Huh? Your mentor gets killed and all you can do is to run off like this? My mentor? That old man didn't mean anything to me, and honestly, I don't want to end up the same way by helping you. Cornelius has done everything he could to make you the man you are today, and this is your thanks? I could hear you right now. You would be very disappointed. Conversation ends here, and you'd better get not in my way again. Excuse me, miss, but I couldn't help but overhear the argument with that guy. Who are you? I'm Detective Mordred Foley. I'm cooperating with the police on the Cornelius Hubbard case. Oh, I'm talking to a famous man, Dan? I'm afraid so. I hope it's not a problem for you. I paid such attention to appearances or what media say. I won't talk to anybody in the city. By the way, my name is Talia Wells. How can I help you? Show me your profile first. Talia Wells, July 6th, 34. Talia always shows an optimistic and exceptionally positive attitude. Her silver tongue and good looks are giving her a good opinion of herself. Talia was born in Europe. Her parents worked in agriculture and decided to move to Nova Palamas after meeting Professor Hubbard. Beyonce during one of his conventions. Despite the age gap, the love seems to be genuine, a result of the great personalities combined. Oh, I was about to say, because that age gap in 26 years? Yeah. Huh. I'd like to ask you some questions about Cornelius Hubbard, if you don't mind. Of course, I want to find this killer more than anyone else. Hephaestus Tech. Could you tell me more about Hephaestus? The company business mainly focuses on medical and tech research. The legal assistant, Ark Warehouse servers, all Patterson test data. Everything is stored here at the headquarters. Now I understand all these cameras and surveillance. Does the company deal with something else? Yes, it's the only one authorized to communicate with other countries for either political or commercial reasons. Do the big boys of the government rely this much on Hephaestus? It is not a coincidence that many politicians are coming from this company. Keep it in the family, as they say. Ah. Tell me about Eugene and Dean Smith. What can you tell me about his assistants? The one you just saw is Eugene, while Dean is the guy who's going to replace my poor Cornelius once things settle down. There's always been a ridiculous competition between the two of them. Dean's kindness and the success of his studies struck a chord with Cornelius. Eugene was not pleased with that, and now he refuses to help me understand what really happened. I've known them for years. They really were close with us, and they used to come over for dinner quite often. What kind of role do they have in the company? Eugene was in charge of IT security, while Dean created Be a Good Citizen, the popular game for Aquos devices. You're telling me he managed to impress the professor with a game? Exactly. The little game gave them access to real-time information about activities and habits of every single citizen. You'd be surprised at what people are willing to do in order to gain some benefits. Video games as a mass surveillance system? Now I've seen it all. Anyway, if you want more details, you should talk to them directly. I'm going to. Thanks for your help. Cornelius Haber. Can you tell me about Haber and your relationship with him? Cornelius was a remarkable man, as well as my husband-to-be. Were you two engaged? Yes. We've been together for the last 4 years, but he wanted to keep it quiet. He was worried about my safety. Why so? He suspected that someone was after him, probably here within the company. Even though I really have connections with the professor? I don't know the details, but all I want now is revenge on the monster that murdered the love of my life. The night I reported him missing, I wasn't able to contact him, and the GPS on his Aquos was not working either. Oh, so you were the one who raised the alarm. That's right, but when they found him, it was too late. Alright, I think you give me enough information. Thank you for your time. I certainly don't want to keep you here with me 2 more hours while I wait for someone to show up. I'm afraid nobody will come for you. They're all scared to be investigated. Is that so? I know what cowards these men are, and I assure you they won't be of any help. I see. I won't waste my time here anymore. Before you go, let me give you something. Here. And Aquos with corrupted data. What? This Aquos used to belong to Cornelius Haber. Okay. It has been found in front of the hotel where the murders took place. The files stored in the device are inaccessible, but an expert technician will be able to restore them. Only Freya was still alive. And Aquos? Yes, belonged to Cornelius. I told you that it could not be detected the night he was killed, remember? There's one simple reason. I found the Aquos in a rubbish bin near the hotel. All data corrupted. How's that possible? The data is coming from the main server. It's not stored on a device. I know. That's why I'm trying to give it to you. Find a way to restore the data and maybe you'll find out what happened. Why didn't you hand it over to the police? I wanted to, but I was afraid they would make it disappear in case it connected the murder to one of the managers of Hephaestus. I see. I'll try to find someone able to repair it. Thank you so much. Here are my details. Please contact me if you need anything. A mask. This woman's always said the truth. All I have to do is find what Professor Haber hid inside this thing. Alright. We're gonna save and then we're gonna check out another place. We go back to the hotel, speak with the manager. Is there a way to find the brother? You hear the police station is not gonna help us. Room 237. Maybe we can talk to the hotel manager. She must be the owner of this place. What is she doing at the crime scene? Good morning, madam. I'm Detective Foley. Guess the police informed you I was coming. Yes, I know everything. My name is Nadine Sterling, and I manage this hotel. Please show me more about herself. 62. Equality and prosperity cannot coexist in my city. Holy shit. Very distrustful woman, Nadine has always been very close to her husband, the only person she has ever loved. Nadine was born in a low-class Bigoted family and was forced into an arranged marriage when she was very young. Soon after marrying her husband, she began her career at the Five Twins Hotel, hoping to make it become one of the most notorious places in Nova Palamas. Interesting. How can I help you? Crime scene. I want to find you in the hall. What are you doing here? Now that the police have collected all the evidence, I just wanted to see what happened in my property with my own eyes. Never let you in before, right? No. I've just been questioned and asked about who checked in that night. Let me tell you, I'm sure both Baker's murder and this seemingly were committed by some immigrants around here. We welcome those dogs, and what do we get? I really hope they'll be sent back to where they belong. Bury mere personal comments and stick to the case, please. I do hope it's just an old lady's opinion and not the whole citizenship's common thought. Five Twins Hotel. My husband founded this hotel more than 15 years ago. Now he's gone, and since we had no children, I inherited everything. The room 247 is one of the most modern ones. Highly requested. How many people work here? 5 in the kitchen, 3 porters, and a receptionist. Most of them usually leave at 11 PM. The hotel was almost empty when 2 victims were shot in the room. The night of the murder. Please tell me everything you remember about the night, and try to be as accurate as possible. Take action and solve the mystery. Whenever the text changes color within the dialogue, it means that you can click on that part to see clarification or expose inconsistencies. By doing this, the person who has been questioned will give you more information in helping you solve the case. I'm gonna save. And let's see what's gonna happen. That night I was in my room, asleep here because I didn't feel safe going home all alone. What were you doing in your room? I took a bath and got ready for bed. What else am I supposed to say? Okay, please go ahead. I don't feel safe going home alone. Tell me more about this, please. Well, it's only natural after what happened. I won't risk ending up like that poor wretch. Alright, it's clear that you're a careful person. Carry on. At night I was in my room, asleep because I don't feel safe going home all alone. Generally, this place is really safe, and at night it didn't seem to be any different. At least until I heard several gunshots around 1 AM. 1 AM? Oh yeah. Okay, no, that checks out actually, never mind. Generally, what do you mean? City is not as this city is not as safe as it used to be, and I always tend to assume the worst. Oh, I'm sure about that. Several gunshots around 1 AM. Wait, you had gunshots? Yes, at least 2 or 3 in quick succession. Why? And an important detail? More than you think. It means the second victim actually fired 3 rounds. But 2 bullet holes are still missing. Where are they? Plated gun. Large caliber gun held by the victim. It's covered in the end of element when 3 rounds are missing from the weapon. I was scared and immediately called the police, who arrived about 20 minutes later. Are you sure you did it immediately? Didn't you wait for fear of being hurt? Absolutely not. What do you take me for? The killer left the hotel real quick. I was getting about 20 minutes later. During all this time, have you tried to take a peek from the door and figure out what was going on? Of course not. I didn't want to risk dying. I see. That's all I remembered that night. Do you need anything else from me? Yes, I need to ask you some more questions. About what? I'd like to know, how does one gain access to the hotel? No surveillance cam. Are you crazy? 10:30 PM. Access into the hotel is only possible with a card. Are you kidding? No video surveillance at all. What for? Both the door and the rooms are alarmed, and this area has the lowest crime rate in the city. No surveillance. Why? I was thinking, yeah, let's look at the surveillance cameras, but there's no surveillance cameras here. Are you crazy as a hotel owner? At least at the entrance. Come on. I don't even know what to say. Alright. 10:30 PM. Access in the hotel is only possible with a card. And what if anyone comes in the middle of the night and wants to rent a room? There's a phone number at the entrance, but nobody called at night. See. After 10:30 PM, obviously rooms can be accessed only after prior identification and the door beeps whenever a guest gets in or out. Do you have access data for every entry and exit? Only entries are registered. Complicates things. Only after prior identification. Was the room reserved by Mr. Haber only? Yes, it is a single room. No guests then. That day, Mr. Haber entered his room for the first time at 4 PM, then at 8 PM, and finally at 1 AM. That doesn't add up. 4 PM. He saw him coming, then was with anyone else? Not that I recall. He booked the room and sent his data online 2 days before arrival, that's all I know. He was alone the first time, maybe he wanted to check the room. 8 PM. We came back 4 hours later. Were you at the reception? No, I was helping in the kitchen at the moment, but the girl who was replacing me said he wasn't alone. The other victim could have arrived earlier and been waiting for him at the entrance. After all, the hotel was accessible by anyone, and we can't remember all the people that passed by. The killer could have waited for him at the door and then attacked him. That day, Mr. Haber, okay, 1 AM? Wait a minute. 1 AM? By that time, Mr. Haber was already dead. So, who entered his room? And how? I have no idea. Maybe it was Mr. Haber's Aqua was? Excuse me? You said it's possible to enter only with the room card, haven't you? Well, actually, you can do that with Aqua's data too, which is registered at the entrance. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. It was possible to enter with the Aquas. It could change everything. But now I'd better note down what I discovered. First entrance, access with key, 8 p.m. access with key. Third entrance, 1 a.m. access with Aqua OS. I am confused still. There's something missing here, okay? I'm just gonna take a sip of my beer and then I'm gonna tell you. So, we know that Mr. Haber's Aqua was found in a bin. His wife gave it to us. The data is corrupted. Somebody used it to get access to the room after Haber died. And that's the thing, after Haber died. If he died 15 minutes earlier, and that guy dies at the exact same time as someone enters the room. Pretty much the same time, like 1 a.m. died and 1 a.m. entrance. Could have been really fast, but why? Like, how did he die then? How did Haber die? If you say 1 a.m., that could mean technically this man killed Haber and then got at 1 a.m. killed by the killer. It would mean that would be Pandora or something, but no, I don't think so. It's something still doesn't add up, but it's crucial information nonetheless. Am I free to go, detective? I'm a bit tired. You can go now, madam. You've been very helpful. I just hope this whole thing won't ruin the reputation of the hotel. I've been working so hard to make one. I hope so too, madam. Goodbye. The more answers I find, the more questions arise. I agree. I'm confused. So, I need to find the brother. Astor's HQ, Smith's house, and then the police station. Anything going on at the police station? Why can I not go to my Can't speak to anyone here. It means I have to go to Smith's house. Talk with him. Which I can't. Madonna leaves. Hephaestus HQ. For a citizen, there's nothing more humiliating than being unemployed. Let me speak with you. I cannot speak with anyone? What am I supposed to do now? Find someone able to decrypt the victim's Aqua OS. Oh, I have to show it. Of course. Smith's house. Is that the professor's Aquas? Someone named Talia gave it to me. You should know her as well. Is that right? Of course I do. And I'm worried about her, poor thing. She must be in a lot of pain. Would you be able to repair it? The data inside could be vital to the case. I think so, although I've never seen something like that before. It should be technically impossible to corrupt Agwar's data. While I try to figure it out, could you do me a favor? What kind of favor? I think you're an interesting person and I would like to challenge you with one of my creations. Nothing too complicated, no worries. A simple game which allowed me to understand a lot more about you. Do I look like I'm in the mood for this? Come on, you'll be waiting for my response anyway. Being so unpleasant won't make your life easier. Fine, but hurry up and make that thing work. Wait, sending the file to your Aqua. Have fun, Mr. Foley. I'm gonna play his free-to-play game. Be a good citizen is a popular game in our Palamos. The goal is to connect all cells inside the grid. Select a cell to rotate it and connect it to the colored ones and perform the perfect network. Wait, I need to connect all of them? Connecting all is not possible. That's level 1? Oh, it doesn't make any sense to put it like this. The only ways to combine those is like this. What this? That's the only white one. Yeah. You want me to connect all the grids? That's impossible. Unless I started the wrong connection grids. Oh no, that's just another dead end. Dead end. cannot connect all of those if I go like this. Really do I really have to do this stupid minigame? Really? Really? What? Are you joking me? What the hell am I supposed to? Wait, what? What? Huh? Eh? What? Eh? Oh, oh. Okay. Congratulations, that took you less than expected. Now I hope you can give me some goddamn answers. I believe I can repair it, but I'll need a couple hours at least. Damn it, that long? If you'd like to leave your contact details, we'll be sure to get in touch with you as soon as possible. Alright, I hope this will lead to something. I'm not going to wait for hours with this lunatic. Better go back to the office and take stock of the case with Farah. If you're still willing to speak to me, that is. Look who's here. If you come back, do you make sure we're still home? I'm starting to get tired of you chaps. Now I'm getting sick of your lies, Mordred. Everything that's going on, still thinking about that stupid promise. What is going on is mostly the result of you not keeping your promise and giving the chip to the police. You never cared about my opinion, you always acted on your own without thinking of the consequences. We made that decision together, you know that. It was not up to us to choose the future of this country. Judging by the consequences, maybe we should have. Can't help but notice the lost case has affected you like nothing before. Might have changed, but I always tried to keep you safe, even when doing the investigation at Treasury Park. I understand you care about me and appreciate that, but don't ever cut me out again, not without my consent. You ordered me to stay home after visiting the new crime scene. That was the last straw. Helga. Actually, I am sick of arguing. Since Raigan, I've been scared of losing you like never before. I know it's mean, but if you keep on acting like this, you're going to lose me for good. not only as a colleague. I need your help to deal with what's going on in this goddamn forsaken city. You're making it too hard. Guess it's pointless to continue the conversation. Other things to worry about. Can you update me on what you've discovered? Yes, I can. That's crazy. That's how it is? Yeah. Oh. And my first thought of this in the crime scene was not wrong. What do you mean? Do we have any pictures of old cases related to Pandora? There's not much left of the police raided this place to find evidence against me, but maybe we have something about the Keaton case. Fourth victim and the first male one. Picture of the Keaton case. What? Archive photo about one of the first cases related to Pandora and handled by Foley Investigations. This picture reflects the modus operandi and vile cruelty of the serial killer. Evil has always a beginning, rarely an end. Okay, chill me enough, let me focus. Not a phone message? What the hell? Let's try to compare the latest murders of Pandora with the Keaton case. What are the difference between them? Select one feature and assign it to the correct crime scene. Keep in mind that each feature can be linked to one or more scenes. Select one of the pictures to get a brief summary of the related crime scene. Treasury Park case, which revived the myth of polydeath in the Culsford was cut the eyes removals. Cutthroat, weak myth, eyes removed. I wouldn't grow them out. Patient was not locked. Case we're investigating now, the professor was killed with a knife or something like that in a hotel room in a populated area of the message on the mirror makes us believe the killer wanted to get him with cutthroat? No, not that I'm aware of that. Big myth. Wouldn't quote about the myth. Location locked. This terrible case is one of Pandora's most famous murders, and the victim had his throat cut and eyes removed. Took place in an isolated farmhouse, and he wanted to recreate the myth of Narcissus. Cut throat, eyes removed, quick myth. As expected. The crime scene at the hotel is slightly different from the others. Pandora is usually so carefully reviving the myth by creating creepy and macabre artwork. But he has never left any obvious clues if he wants us to figure out what he had in mind. However, there's something weird about the last crime scene, something different. I'm referring to... Like what makes the last crime scene different from the others. Damn it. Should have seen this the whole time. The message makes the killer intentions way too obvious. Exactly. But directly quoting Prometheus undermines the whole artwork and its context. So this means Pandora did not kill the professor. Can't be entirely sure, but think about it. What would you do if you had to murder someone and blame a famous serial killer? I guess I would analyze his modus operandi and try to ameliorate it. Right. Considering the lack of information on Pandora, it's inevitable to make little mistakes. Mistakes that only those familiar enough with the killer may notice. For once censorship works to advantage. Pandora's not the killer, then who is? Guess as good as mine. Hope the Thomas West will come in handy. Should we inform the police and everything we found out so far? Not yet. For now we better proceed on our own. Speak of the devil. Apparently our friend has repaired that thingy. pass a message from our lawyer. He wants to speak with me in his office. What about? The Blackburn says case has been closed. I don't know, but I probably should go and see him. Alright, then let's keep in touch. I'll be at the office if you need anything. To this innovation cases office. Alright, this is where I'm gonna save and we're gonna end this video here. And the next video we've got new locations to go. Alright, I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a great one.